Stage fright is something even seasoned professionals like me have battled head-on. But here's the thing, I've conquered it, and so can you. In this video, I'll be sharing my personal journey of overcoming stage fright and the strategies that helped me transform that fear into confidence. Stick around to the end because I've got a little bonus tip that completely shifted how I viewed public speaking. And don't forget to subscribe for more actionable tips on communication, acting, and public speaking. First, let's talk about the elephant in the room, stage fright. What it is and why it happens. Stage fright isn't a flaw. It's not something you need to get rid of. Stage fright is actually your brain's fight or flight response kicking in to a situation that you're uncomfortable with. When you're speaking in public, your body reacts as if you're facing a life-threatening danger. It's there to help. Your heart races, your hands tremble, and your mouth feels like sandpaper. Sounds familiar? But here's the secret. That feeling of stage fright is actually your body preparing you for action. That rush of adrenaline, it's energy that you can channel into a powerful performance. So instead of seeing it as an enemy, think of it as your body saying, hey, this matters, let's do this. So before giving you some tips to use stage fright to your advantage and get over the overwhelming, terrible, nerve-wracking feeling it gives us, let me share my personal story with you, so you know that I know what I'm talking about with this. I'll let you in on a little secret. When I first started performing, I was terrified of audiences. I remember my hands shaking uncontrollably during one of my first public speaking events. Impossible to hold that piece of paper. It was shaking so much it was making noise, and everyone saw it. I felt people looked at me feeling sorry for me. They were whispering among themselves, probably saying things like, she's so nervous. She even makes me tense, or other horrible things that I made up in my head at that moment that probably couldn't be further from the truth. It felt terrible. My voice cracked, I turned bright red, and I had such a dry mouth I couldn't utter a word. I felt completely humiliated. I wanted to disappear 6 feet under. From then on, every performance was a real and impossible to handle dread. I couldn't sleep, I couldn't eat, I couldn't focus. Even through practice, my fear wasn't going away. It stuck to me like chewing gum under a shoe and I couldn't get rid of it. But I couldn't go on like this, especially in the job that I'd chosen, being an actor and a public speaker. I thought about doing something else, but nothing mattered to me as much as what I was doing, acting. So I was standing at a crossroad. Something had to change for my mental and my physical health. I chose to change my mindset. Since the fear wasn't going anywhere, I was going to have to work with it rather than against it. And that's when everything changed. I decided to embrace the fear and dance with it. When you're tangled, just tango on, as Al Pacino once said in the film. The first shift, seeing my audience as allies and not critics. I started seeing them as family and friends, cheering and supporting my work because they knew how much effort I put in rather than people who would criticize my every move. Because I had put a lot of effort in and they knew so. The second, telling myself I was excited rather than shit scared. Telling myself I couldn't wait to leap on that stage, that all my people were waiting for me out there, and I couldn't wait for them to tell me what they thought of it. After all, they'd paid their tickets to see me, hadn't they? The third, I practiced. Practiced is saying it lightly. I over-practiced. When people were coming in for 10 o'clock, I was there at 9. When people were leaving at 5 p.m., I was staying 1, 2, or 3 more hours to go over everything again and again and again until it became second nature. I would rehearse everywhere, brushing my teeth on the tube, on the street, doing groceries on the metro, waiting at the red light. I became obsessed with my material. It was life-changing. I started to focus on what I could give to the audience, whether that was a story, an emotion, or a new perspective with a speech or public speaking. And guess what? That took the spotlight off me and onto the value that I could offer. It took the pressure off me and it drove my attention to them. I'm here for them. I'm here for you. What I have to say is a present to them, and I can't wait to see their reactions when they open it, figuratively speaking. So now here I am, with the life purpose of democratizing the access to the spoken word and trying to boost that same confidence into others to help them shine and move away from fear, to help others that, like me, are terrified of public speaking or of communicating. Because once I shifted my mindset towards stage fright, once that changed for me, it changed everything. It changed my life. It didn't just change the way I acted or the way that I spoke in public. It changed my onset on life in general, on my relationship with others, on my communication as a whole, on my confidence in myself. And that is why I want to share these few tips with you so that you can start that journey towards self-confidence today. No more fear, my friends. No more fear. Let's do this. Anyways, enough about me. You're not here to listen to me and my story. You're here to get over that stage fright. And as always, I got you, my friend. Here are the 5 main ways to conquer stage fright. Embrace the fear. Let's face it, fear isn't fun. I mean, some people love it since they make so many horror films. There must be people who love it, right? But regarding public speaking, fear usually isn't felt by most of us as fun. But the big thing to remember here is that fear is also not your enemy. In reality, fear is actually energy in disguise. And it's there because we care deeply about what we're doing, what we're about to say, and the presentation we're giving. When I stopped fighting it and started embracing it, everything changed. I tell myself, I'm nervous because I care. This means I want to give my best. So let's go do that. And it worked. Think about that. Your nerves can actually help you shine. They can boost your energy, bring out the best in you. It's an adrenaline boost. When you embrace your fear, you take its power and turn it into fuel for your performance. Practice, practice, practice. Repetition, practice, is and will always remain your biggest weapon against stage fright. Even Steve Jobs, Barack Obama, Abraham Lincoln, some of the most iconic speakers of all time rehearse their speeches hundreds of hours before stepping on that stage. The more you practice, the less room fear has to creep in because your material becomes second nature. You can focus on connecting with your audience instead of worrying about forgetting your lines, and that is a weight off, right? If you haven't already, check out my video, 5 ways to start any speech strong. It's packed with practical tips to help you start your next speech strong through impactful speech hooks. 3. Power pose and breathing. So here's a little question for you. What do superheroes and top performers have in common? Confidence, and it starts with a pose. You know the pose, right? Superwoman, Superman, there you go. Research shows that standing in a power pose for even only 2 minutes can reduce cortisol levels, your stress hormone, and increase serotonin, your confidence hormone. Pair that with slow, deep breaths to calm your heart and nervous system, and you've got a simple but powerful tool to tackle stage fright. When I first started doing this behind the curtains, facing the audience in the flyers of the theaters, I'd literally feel the shift in my body. My heart would stop racing, my hands would steady, and I would feel grounded. I started feeling like I was embracing my audience. I was hugging them. And you're not afraid of people that you're hugging, right? For more tips around the body, check out my video about body language tips to boost your confidence, to find more about how to get your body to work for you. In it, I share a revolutionary idea that will change the way that you feel about your body and mind. Number 4, focus on connection. Here's a secret for you. Your audience wants you to succeed. They're not sitting there waiting for you to fail. They are rooting for you. They're admiring you. 75% of people in the world are afraid of public speaking, remember? They think you're shit hot. They're afraid of it, and you're doing it. How cool are you? When I started seeing my audience as allies instead of critics, my stage fright began to fade instantly. And so will it for you, I guarantee it. Make eye contact, smile, and think of your audience as friends who genuinely want to hear what you have to say. You will not only see the difference, you will feel it, my friend. Who do you connect with first when you speak? The front row or the back? Do you spot and hang on to that smiling face in the crowd? If you've made it this far, let me know by commenting connect below, and let me know who you connect to when you give a talk. Stretch and align your body and mind. Before stepping onto that stage, take a moment to physically ground yourself, to align your thoughts with your speech. Relax your body, stretch your arms, roll your shoulders and your head, and stand tall and open. Not only does this release tension, but it also sends a signal to your brain that you're calm and in control. Before I step on that stage, I say a little mantra to myself. This is what I say: "This is going to be fun," accompanied with a huge grin and a little on-the-spot dance. But please, please, please choose your own. It's very, very personal. Choose something that makes you feel good. Then, just before entering on the stage, I repeat the first line of my text over and over. That way, when I step on that stage, I've actually already begun my speech. A study from psychological science found that a relaxed, upright posture increases feelings of control and confidence, even in high-pressure situations like public speaking. Stretching isn't just a warm-up for your body, it's a reset for your mind. If you're looking for a warm-up guide, check out this video and the free full outline of it, which I've put for you in the description below, completely free. One key mindset shift that changed everything for me was this. Public speaking isn't about me, it's about the audience. When I shifted my focus from "what will they think of me" to "what can I give them?", everything became easier. That audience wants to hear from you. They're not judging you, they're rooting for you. And when you see them as partners, not opponents, stage fright starts to fade. Trust me, I know. So here's my little bonus tip. I call it the giving mindset. Right before you go on that stage, ask yourself, what is the one thing I want my audience to take away from this? When you focus on delivering that gift, it shifts your energy from fear to purpose. You have an aim with your speech, and the result of that lies with your audience. You go get them, tiger. And that's us for today, my friends. The next time you feel stage fright creeping in, remind yourself this isn't about you. It's not about being perfect. Perfection doesn't exist anyways. This is about connection. The connection between you and your audience. That's the most important. If you found this video helpful, please let me know in the comments, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications to keep up to date with my advice and tips on communication and public speaking. And feel free to share this video with anyone you know could do with a stage fright confidence boost. We're all in this together. Let's root for each other and grow together. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, stage fright is just a sign that you care. Embrace it, channel it, and use it to connect with your audience. You've got this. I'll see you in the next video, my friend. But until then, follow your passion and speak up. Ciao, ciao.